connect. What is a medium?
Right. So a medium for everybody that's watching this and listening to it later on or watching it later on, everybody's psychic from one degree or another. So we all have that if you will, a sixth sense, that soul language is intuition. So and that's psychic, and that's able to interpret energy for the past, present, or future, if you will, being sort of knowing about them, feeling things out. But mediumship is very different. Every medium is psychic, but every psychic is a medium. And that every medium has a very strong foundation of intuition, of psychic ability. You have to. But not every psychic is a medium. So that's what people get it
Right.
wrong. So you have to have that high degree of sensitivity and a psychic, if you will, awareness. And then beyond that, a medium is someone who's able to bring up the power, if you call the power, that I'm just going to say unconditional love, a sense of self, the essence of your soul, and bringing that energy, it's everything's energy, bringing that energy up to a high vibration, because everything is frequency. So it's bringing it to a higher frequency or turning up the radio dial to a higher
Yeah.
station. And we do that through sitting development, working through meditation, and we bring that energy up to a certain space up and around us, expanding us. And the spirit people will actually work on slowing down their vibration because they're in a very fast vibratory rate. So they have to slow down theirs, and the medium brings theirs up, and they meet in the middle. And that's why it's called medium, in the middle.
Ah, I
And then what
love that.
happens is the medium is just, well, a good medium is someone who will just surrender the mind and open up that mind space. Because the soul, I think, is a mind. The mind is a soul. The brain does it physical death, but the mind continues on. And the mind is made up of many memories of this life and other lives, if you will. So in mediumship, it really is the mind-to-mind communication. So it is telepathic. And what happens is the spirit people will work at sending a thought, a memory, of emotion, the personality with this vision or a thought into the mind of the medium. And the medium, they're very open, they surrender, they can pick up these subtle, if you
Yeah.
will, subtle indications, whether it's emotion, a memory, a name, things like that. And then they give it forward. And again, the secret of mediumship and contact is not letting it sit in the medium's head, but just giving it right out, give whatever you get, as you
Right.
know. So
Yeah.
is everybody a medium? No, I think everybody has a possibility, but it's like everybody has the ability to play the piano, but not everybody is a concert pianist. So some people are born
Right.
with sort of a formula or a makeup in
Mhm.
their soul that brings them to the frequency they're able to get there, attain that, and their personality, if you will. And so I wrote some suggestions for most people out there because I believe that everybody can feel spirit and have an experience with spirit, no doubt. But to do it on a regular basis, a medium, you have to develop that. I think if you have that ability, you need to develop it further and further. Just
Mhm.
it's like a doctor. A doctor doesn't go out and just do medicine. They have to go to school for 8 years and
Right.
practice and work. Same thing with mediumship. Nobody should just go out and take one class and
Oh
do
God.
mediumship.
Oh my gosh. What
It's
is your process, James, as a medium?
So we just talked a little about this. It changed over the years as my medium changed, the process changed. So when I first started, it was very different than it is now. When I first started, I would say a prayer. So number one, I put myself in a space, an awareness space. So we call it a mind space, if you will, a sense of sacredness, if you will,
Mhm.
a silence, stillness, if you will. And what I really would do is say that prayer, and I'd become aware of the love of myself, of love who I am as a soul, and I'd bring that up to a higher level, and I'd send forth love, or I'd say the word love, and then I'd just send that, and I'd open up to feel them sending energy back to me. And then I would start also with a prayer, and I still do a prayer, Divine Heavenly Parent, and it goes on. I can't remember because I'm in the headspace of doing it. But it's a prayer that, number one, sets the intention of the work.
Mhm.
And number two, it asks them to come close to us. Now, they always are close to us, but this is more for the human, I think, to know
Yeah.
that they're there. And it's a process that, it's like anything, you turn the radio and you tune in. So it's a process of, if you do it over and over again, you get used to that. And that's what I did. So I did
Right.
prayer. And that was it really until I noticed that the more I tried, the harder it
Mhm.
was,
So
right?
true.
And the more I was in stillness or surrender, the easier it was. And I don't
Mhm.
want to say like I didn't care, but in that mindset, it's like you can't really, not care is not the right word. You can't really be invested to that because it's not about you. It's about the spirit and it's about the person on the earth.
Mhm.
So I tell this all the time. This analogy I love. It's if a feather's flying to the sky, you can catch it. Just put your hand out, wait for it to find your hand. But if you don't chase that feather, try to catch it, you won't. It'll go away.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
how it is. It's how sensitive it is.